What hesitations did you have when you first were getting into a life group, and how have those been alleviated now?
My one hesitation was that I didn't know if I was Christian enough to be in a life group, and I worried that, I'd be this lost soul sitting on a chair and everything sort of happening around me, but that's absolutely not the case.
What would you say to someone who is thinking about joining a life group but hasn't yet?
Do it.
That's always my answer. It's a good one.
Just do it.
To get you through the week, to get you through the month,
It's
really beneficial.
Yeah, it's a safe place to be. It's filled with loving, caring people.
There's a lot of opportunity to build more familiar friendships and have closer discussion outside of what we hear in the weekly sermons. So we're able to dive deeper, I think, into messaging, into different scripture, and weave our personal lives into it. So it takes the theoretical and puts it into personal, practical application. So for me, that's really powerful to meet with people and walk through that together. We have an opportunity to actually talk about God and Christ and faith in a group of people freely and ask each other questions about, challenge each other with.
Yeah, and the commitment's only, an hour or 2 hours, depending on group, I guess. So, ours usually go 7 or 8 hours, but but anyway, no, it's not, and it's very flexible. Most groups, they meet on different nights, they meet at different times. So, there's a lot of different ways you can get involved with different groups.
And our group also works around other church events. So if we want as a group to go to Revive or another event, we work our schedule around it. So it's not a hard, fast commitment, at least for us. We're flexible with it. I guess that's the life part of life
Exactly,
group.
right? Yeah. Okay, how has your life group been a catalyst for your personal growth with Jesus and finding friendships and community?
Oh, I think it's just forced me to pay a little more attention to whatever it is we happen to be studying, or whether it's a sermon series or a book that we're doing right now. And it's, again, for us to share and talk about Christ and what he means in our lives. There's people that get you and that can help you. You're not afraid to ask, well, I don't understand that. What's going on with that?
It makes me want to look deeper into it. And because I've got that regularity built in, it's helped me to move forward. And everyone has their own path they're walking, and it's what it means to them in the moment, which sometimes is really, really insightful to see how that speaks to different people.
And as far as making friends, I don't generally make friends really quick. I'm more introverted and shy, but this group, I can go into church and I'm like, I know this person, I know this person, I know this person, and I immediately feel at ease. It's a wonderful way to build community.
Is there a particular moment in time where your life coach group showed up for you in a major way when there was an unexpected life circumstance that came up?
I think there's been many times my life group has stepped forward, whether it's in problems within the family, when I ended up in hospital, knowing that others were praying for me.
Yeah, the prayer texts fly pretty fast and furious at times.
So we've had 2 parents pass since our life group formed, and it's been really remarkable to see how people step in and warmly support in those moments when, it's always hard to question continued faith in some of those tough moments, but your faith gets carried by the people in the group, and you're able to keep moving forward and find the next step when you don't know where it is. So one of the things I love is the layers of connection that we have and similarities, that one couple may have something that they're going through that someone else has already gone through. So we have a range of ages, we have a range of experiences, a range of life in the group, and it just makes all that dialogue easier when someone else has been where you are
And you don't realize those connections. You'll never realize the connections you might have with someone that's sitting in the pew across from you until you get into a life group. Because Tony came to Christ a little bit later in life, as I did.
Yeah.
As we've grown as a group and we've shared some pretty intimate details of our lives, you get that bond, you get that closeness, you get that feeling. And I think laughter is probably the prominent voice in our group. Yes, there's tears and sometimes anxiety and different things, but the laughter, I mean, we are by far the coolest group
Yes.
at KC.
Yes.
Just saying.